Tipp today, in association with Slattery's of Pecan, your main Peugeot dealer for over 50 years in the Premier County. Slattery'sGarage.ie.
Good morning, welcome along to Tipp Today, 1800 938 007. That's the free phone number if you want to make a call to us, and Leanne is producing today. Coming up on the show, Johnny Luby will reign supreme in a few moments' time. Who was this mystical character, Saint Bridget? Mary Alice will talk to us about that. Controversy in Cashel about the arrangements for the 2026 St. Patrick's Day Parade. We have some clarity on that from Martin Brown in this hour. Bernie Goldbach on American foreign policy and indeed domestic policy as well. Controversial board games, that conversation continues on. And our Friday panel will unpack the hot topics of the week. So all of that and more on the way. You can text and WhatsApp 083 311 3311. You can email tiptoday@tippfm.com. Let's have a look at the front pages of some of your newspapers. The Irish Daily Mail and their lead story from Helen Bruce. Michael Flatley has pledged to stage the greatest show ever in Dublin next week after overturning a court order that had barred him from interfering with the upcoming Lord of the Dance tour. The Irish Independent, the lead story on the Indo today, a €2.5 billion repair scheme for up to 100,000 defective Celtic Tiger apartments will be brought to the Dáil in the coming months. The government is planning to significantly strengthen an earlier version of the law, setting up the scheme ahead of a Dáil vote to take place before the summer. To the Irish Times. And the lead story on the Times today, some of the country's biggest home builders have warned the government its proposed rental sector reforms are unconstitutional and threaten legal action if ministers fail to engage with them. Also on the Times today, climate change made this week's floods almost 3 times more likely to occur, and that analysis by Maynooth University and Met Éireann. And again, that's Michael Flatley's stories on the front of the Times today as well. Finally, a look at the Irish Examiner. And the lead story there, the government faces its ultimate housing test to have at least 20,000 new homes completed in the first half of this year, if it is to make up for the falling short, indeed, of the target is set for 2025. Now, that's according to housing experts reacting to figures from the CSO showing just 36,284 homes were built last year. And also on the Examiner today, we're reading that Tom Homan, newly installed as commander of US President Donald Trump's immigration enforcement surge in Minneapolis, has said the federal agents will now focus on targeted operations, shifting away from the broad street sweeps that have drawn such outrage, and we'll be talking to Bernie Goldbach about that in the next hour of the programme. Also on the Examiner today, and it's a very worrying story indeed, 1 in 12 Irish youths aged 15 to 19 have attempted suicide at some point in their lifetime, while more than a tenth have repeatedly self-harmed. That's according to a new report. Let's look at what's making the front pages today. If you'd like to comment on any of that, once again, you can text and WhatsApp 083 311 3311. It's time for Johnny Luby. Good morning, Johnny. How are you?
Flying. Absolutely flying, Trent.
Yeah, Leanne told me you're in flying form for some reason or other, Johnny.
Oh, yeah, well, of course, with the Greyhound Festival on in Powellstown Park and at the Clonmel track there for the 3-4 days, there it is unbelievable. There's over 300,000 in prize money, so it's certainly the place to be by day, and at the dog track by night. They're expecting huge crowds there, so to put anybody in good form, really.
And will you be there yourself?
Yeah, Fran, I'm hoping to, if I can't go, I'll be sending a photo of myself. They'll be putting that up someplace along the way. Of course, please God, we certainly will be there, and that hopefully to wish them the very best of luck, because the weather has been very unfavourable, Fran, for the last I suppose since the 1st of January it was a desperate wet month.
That's very wet indeed, and that's for sure. To hurling then, and Tipp defeating Galway in the senior hurling
That's
league
right, Jeff.
kick-off, Johnny.
In desperate conditions down in Tullis, they performed admirably. They showed plenty of guts, heart and determination, and that's what he wanted to see. And he'll have a big one again this weekend when they travel to Offaly. People would want to look and find out first, will the match be on in such a venue and that. But looked at a great victory for them, got off to a good start, and they're in the middle of serious training, so the best of luck to Liam and Carl and all his
that's for sure. The footballers were over in London as well, and they drew
right.
there,
They drew in London, and looked as a good draw for them in the end. Was it a pint lost or a pint gained? I don't know, but look, they had to get on with it. And this weekend they're at home to Antrim in Tullis. Antrim will be hard enough to beat. They're in Division 4, so they certainly would like to come up into Division 3. But I suppose, friend, the highlights of the week in the football was Clonmel High School in the Munster A Senior Schools Cup Finals. It's a brilliant achievement, absolutely fantastic, and great augurs well for Tipperary football when Clonmel. I think they were one of the very first, or the first team ever to win this. Munster Colleges back nearly 100 years ago, and they haven't won it since. So look, they're up against the might of the Kerry boys, and but the very best of luck to them. I presume everybody that's anybody will go to the final. I think it might be on in Mallow, but again, you'll have to check all these things. That's on in a week's time. And of course, the Abbey CBS in Tipp Town, they're in the Munster B football final, and fair play to them. It's a brilliant achievement as well. And the ladies, Camogie Tipp win the under-16 Munster final. They also win the minor B final. And St. Anne's Secondary School in Tipp Town, they win the Munster Intermediate Schools final in the Camogie. So a brilliant win for them. And the Tipp also win the minor Shield final. Now we had Upper Church Drumbarn, who have had a marvellous year. They beat Drummondinch in the under-21A final, and heartiest congratulations to them. Another cause for celebration, as if they bloody well needed it up there. But this was and then of course I think today St. Joseph's of Borrisoleigh, they played the Munster C final in the senior hurling. The best of luck to them. I think that match is fixed for Feather today. They take on the might of Dungarvan CBS, and of course the blue ribbon of Munster College's hurling, Nina CBS, take on the might of St. Flannan's, who are the kingpins of Munster hurling. It's brilliant for Tipperary to have for the fourth year in a row to be in a Harty Cup final. And of course Golden Kilfeacle play down in a place called Knockaderry in Limerick to take on Clooney Quinoff player in the Munster Junior B football. And next weekend, Silvermines, they're in the Munster B Junior hurling final, so the best of luck to them all.
Well done indeed. Ireland, of course, have it all to do where the rugby is concerned, Johnny.
That's right, Jeff, and they have it all to do. I mean, like they're taking on France in France, a very hard place to go and win. They have horses and men playing, and of course Bundy Aki got reprimanded there during the week.
Is he out? Is he out for that game? Is he out for?
I think he's out for a month, but it's like everything else with the injuries Ireland have. He could be back on fairly quickly. Look, I know what it's like with officials. Mother of God above tonight. I often got reprimanded by John Maloney, the Lord of Mercenham, and Georgie Ryan, and
rightly so. Rightly so too.
And rightly so is right. Yeah, we had a good. Cashel had a good win, Fran, in the senior rugby, and fair play to them. And Kilfeacle District defeated Clonakilty. They're top of the pops, but there's still 3 or 4 huge games to go. That match was played in Rockwell. Thanks to Rockwell College for hosting it, because they have the all-weather pitch there. Yeah, the Greyhounds I just spoke about is a huge weekend, starting with the draw in the Horse and Jockey on Saturday night for the Derby, the Oaks, the Champion Stakes, and all of that. So, look, we wish them the very best of luck.
What's happening in Dublin? Is there a horse festival? What's happening there?
That's right, Jeff, and it's a huge thing. It's between Christmas and Cheltenham, which is maybe in around the middle of March. Yeah. And they came up with this idea about 4 or 5 years ago, and it seems to be it's huge prize money, probably the guts of 2 million in prize money. Now, whether it goes ahead or not, there's an inspection there today at 2:30, but you'll have to check your phones and listen to Tipp FM Sport and all of that, whether it goes ahead or not. So hopefully it will. But it's fantastic to see that festival in Dublin. I don't know whether they could put it back a week or not, because they like to have about 6 weeks of a break before the horses go to Cheltenham. The ground has been fierce soft, the water actually came in over the hurdles. So that will show you, and they did to pump it off and every bloody thing else. And Fran, on Sunday morning last, I went to that Tullis Equestrian Centre. It's on the Mill Road. My first time ever there. Of course, I got lost, and who could I ask? Only an ordinary Joe Soap like myself. He never even heard of it. Anyway, he said, I think it's out by the Anor Hotel, and you turn right. Oh, I said, right, because I'll take a chance. But anyway, Fran, we met wonderful people there. I met the Tipperary goalie. Do you know who the Tipperary goalie is?
I do. Young Shelley, isn't it?
A man friend by.
Yeah, there you are now. You see?
A smashing young fella from my Carty Boroughs. God, he's a fine young man.
Yeah.
And I said to another man, that's Rhys Shelley, he says, I wouldn't know him, he says, without the helmet, and I wouldn't bloody well know him with the helmet. So he's hey.
Do you know, I find that all the time, Johnny, when I meet the players without the helmets. It's hard to recognise them, isn't it?
Oh, it is, years ago we knew Jimmy Dial, we knew Liam Devaney, Donny Neal and Babs Keaton and the whole lot, and that. But I was one of the first ever to wear a helmet, but I wore it for probably health and safety, but really to hold on my glasses, because I couldn't see a bloody thing unless I had all of that. But look, friend, and then we have the whole lot going abroad for St. Patrick's Day. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Is there the guts of 50 of them going?
Oh, there must be, and all the officials going along as well,
and possibly 10 with each minister.
Yeah.
The country's awash with money.
But they're saying we need to do that to promote Ireland abroad, and it's the ideal opportunity, and we have the spotlight of the world on us for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Do you believe all of that, Johnny? No?
No, not at all. A waste of time. It's only a bloody gimmick, if you ask me. And on top of that, last year when our Taoiseach went to America, to the Patrick's Day was on Thursday, and the young man in America, Trump, could only meet him on a Tuesday. And lo and behold, who does he meet on Thursday? Conor McGregor. So it's just go to show you exactly what he thinks of Ireland.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. Anyway.
And so, can I drag you into that conversation we've been having? Do you think Micheál Martin should go for St. Patrick's Day to the White House?
I don't know, friend. I'll have to sleep on it. But anyway, friend, and then I had the radio on the morning. The House Minister tells the weather forecast people to get their house in order. And wouldn't he want to have a serious look at his own bloody house set up?
You'd imagine so, all right, but he blamed Met Éireann, for not giving them enough detailed information. And
why would you? I mean, anybody that's selling umbrellas now must be making a bloody fortune. I got my one. Remember the time we were parked there on the main street in Clonmel and Connolly's for men?
Oh, yes, so you got a free umbrella, did you? Yeah.
A free umbrella, but it was absolutely fantastic, and I use it every available opportunity.
Can you imagine, though, Johnny, the undiplomatic language that was used behind the scenes in Met Éireann when they heard that the minister was blaming them? Can you only imagine what they would have said?
It's unbelievable, really. I mean, where else would it come out of only one of the bloody government ministers? I think it's an absolute disgrace to carry on with the whole thing. Anyway, they're expecting to see you in Rose Green tomorrow night in the community hall. They have a table quiz. It's for the Senior Citizens Party on the 15th of February, and they were hoping that you might call out a couple of questions tomorrow night, starting at 7:30.
Well, I would love to do that, except as usual, I'll be down around Killarney playing a few tunes. And,
by God,
all the usual stuff.
We have a Cheltenham preview night above with Bridget in the Norbrook Lounge.
Very good.
It's on Thursday, the 26th of February. Okay. We have the likes of Sean Flanagan, a top jockey. We have the Shark Hanlon, and we have Dennis Hogan and many, many more. Dennis Hogan, actually, the proceeds are for that young boy from Drummond Inch, Liam Brereton. And whatever is collected on the night will be given to the Liam Brereton Fund. And sincere thanks to Bridget there in the Norbrook Lounge for kicking it off. Dennis Hogan, he's a top trainer and indeed a jockey as well. Dennis Hogan would be a first cousin, actually, of Liam Brereton. So I presume there'll be plenty of people there on the night.
Oh, yeah.
It's a toss-up between me and Ken Whelan to be MC.
I'd go for Ken myself.
Thanks, friend. Yeah, we have a coffee morning on the And that's on the Norbrook Lounge on 26th of February.
Yeah.
We have a coffee morning for that young Keen Mullins down in Claheen on the 14th of February. Tickets will be for sale in the local shops on the 7th of February. This is a young boy who was going to Dublin 3 times a week for dialysis. So they're trying to raise funds just to help out for the expenses and all of that, and fair play to them. And of course, friend, this Sunday we have the Fed Up Men Shed. They leave Connor-Cody House, which is Chicken Brennan's residence, and Michael don't give two.
No,
he gets plenty of publicity.
It's poor Helen I feel sorry for, but anyway.
Oh yeah, there was a notice up one time there where they were putting up some kind of them solar panels in a place, and they said this community is against solar panels, and chicken comes on, and so is the chicken burning underneath it. But fair play to him. Anyway, that tractor run is on Sunday morning at 10:30. They sign up in Connor-Cody House, and it takes off at 12 o'clock. We have a tractor run for Liam Brereton as well, that young boy from Drummond. That's on the February the 8th from the Rag, starting at 12 noon, a huge raffle and all of that. And look, the money is certainly needed, and that, so hopefully everybody can attend for that tractor run and drag. To say a sincere thanks for the trad night in Ollie's last Saturday night. It was a huge success for the Sean Meehan Fund, and that's so, look, fair play to them. I was listening to you during the week talking to Tom Woods, a wonderful person, no humming and hawing like myself or anything else. He can just talk off the cuff.
He's brilliant.
And he mentioned one particular man, Patsy Lacey.
He did indeed,
Patsy was like a prison warden, Lord of Mercy, in the cinema. Were you ever at the cinema with Patsy there?
God, I was, and he'd be so excited. He'd be running up and down the aisles and giving out to fellas.
With a torch. With a torch, you see. And I remember if you're going out with a fine-looking bird, which I was at the time. Well, she's still with me.
You can't say that anymore, Johnny, about fine-looking birds. You can't say that. I know,
but Fran, she still is. I was looking at her this morning. She still is. But anyway, Patsy would say, Johnny Luby. You'd hear him about 100 miles away. Johnny Luby, keep your hands to yourself. But that was, I want to say hello to Noreen from Anacarty. I don't know her. I don't know who she actually is, but she met my missus in the shop the other day, and she said, I just love listening to that man. She said every Friday morning.
I wonder who is that now. Hello to Noreen,
Noreen, yeah. I'm inside in Cashel the other day, friend. There was 3 or 4 ladies ahead of me, and their shopping baskets were full to the bloody hilt. I arrived on them. What I had was a packet of soup, a tin of salt, and a packet of Mrs. Cullen's powder. And the women had an ICA meeting in front of me, and they said, isn't that Johnny Luby? We'll let him off. He possibly has to go on and talk to Frank Corey now. So, friend, I thanked them 3 or 4 times, because otherwise I'd have been there. But anyway, friend, there's bingo tonight in Clarehan Community Hall at 7:30. Big money on offer, and it's for the proceeds are for the Clarehan Men's Shed. And now, I'm going to Shannon Airport to collect a couple of lads. One of them worked with Queen, the Lord of Mercy on her, Queen Elizabeth, a wonderful lady. When she was in Balmoral, which is up in Scotland, this fella that I'm going collecting, he got me into Windsor Castle. And I know the whole is listening now. And he got me up on Mammy's horse.
Mammy's horse, the Queen's
Mammy's
horse.
The Queen's horse that she used to ride out every morning on. Now, the Queen's horse was probably 2 foot wide in the back, we'll say, along where we had put up the saddle.
Right.
And lo and behold, friend, didn't I do my hip? And your man wasn't dread of his life that I was going to sue because I wasn't supposed to be there. But
You're
anyway,
going to sue the Queen.
I'm going meeting Chris. He's coming on shortly.
Very good
and
indeed.
The questions that I want to ask is this. You can ask Martin Brown, you can ask the whole bloody lot of them. Should the Taoiseach go to the US for Patrick's Day? That's number one.
Yes.
Now, the second question is, where did Cork go in the second half of the All-Ireland?
the big questions.
Yeah, the third question is, will Tipperary do back-to-back All-Ireland?
Of course they will.
We're the only county in Holland that's halfway there. Because we won last year's one, so we're halfway there. We're further than every other county.
Yeah, well.
Can you tell me, Lazarus, you heard of Lazarus?
I did. Him who rose from the dead.
Yeah. Well, what was his first name?
How do I know?
John Lazarus.
Oh, he was one of the Lazaruses there from around Kulkasan, yeah.
Yeah, around Dominic Street.
Why are you asking about Lazarus's first name, or should I even?
Because I was reading the
Bible.
bit of a Bible the other night, the Old Bible, the Old Testament. And do you know your man that went into the ark?
The man that what?
Went into the ark.
Yeah, Noah.
Noah, yeah. Now, somebody told me that his name was Friend Noah. Or Johnny Noah. Or does anybody know? I mean, when I come across these things, I'm always very inquisitive like that.
Are you hallucinating this morning or something?
I am hallucinating. But anyway, I want to say sympathies to the family of... I didn't even know it, friend, until I got the Tipperary Star.
Yeah.
Because when you wouldn't have a modern phone or whatever the case may be, the death of the court of Valerie Young, a native of Templemore. She passed away on January the 22nd, surrounded by her loving family after a short illness. A wonderful lady. I met her a couple of times there with Shane Lee and Michal Lowry and Sean Ryan and that. I happened to meet her in Tullis. A wonderful lady. Hey, and Eddie Morden as well, and all the people that were involved. You know, and I see where Cahill Councillor Peggy Ryan opened the meeting by remarking that Valerie, a former town councillor at South Templemore with great heart and determination, our sympathies to the Lowry team, but especially to the family of Valerie Young.
For sure. Michael wrote a lovely tribute to her on social media, in fact. So, yeah.
Please God, yeah, friend. Look, it's unbelievable. And as I said, when I wouldn't have a modern phone and things like that, you know, it is...
We'll have to have a whip around to get you a modern phone, Johnny. Would you mention Gartnahoe Community Hall? They're holding the special bank holiday bingo in Gartnahoe Community Hall tomorrow, Saturday at 4 p.m, Johnny. Doors opening at 3 p.m. €4,000 in prize money, including a special game for 800.
And of course, friend, the Ross Gray bingos every Sunday night there on Facebook. There for the GA club, if you log into there.
You can do your bingo online there.
Online. You know, it's unbelievable. I mean, I can only do it when I'm there. You know, I go to the bingo now, friend, now and again when Nelly be always looking down at me because I spend half the time talking and I'd only play a single book. And you have people playing 4 books.
Yeah.
And I'd say to Carson, if she was beside me, what number do you call Dale? I can't find it. And the next thing is, friend, oh, Lord God, when I think about it. But look, the Golden Bingo every Thursday night, you have Tipp Town and as well Cashel Bingo on a Saturday night, a tremendous success.
You better mention gold. Did you mention gold on a Thursday night? It'll be war.
I did, because otherwise you'll get a rap from Nelly.
Listen. Yes.
Are you still going for the breakfast
I'm still in the tea rooms. Of course I am, Johnny. Of course I am. I'm having my pavlova after my sausages and stuff, which is... Can I entice you up to County Offaly tonight to Clohan? We're up there in the little community hall. You see.
I'm collecting this man.
But you bring him up. It will be a lovely baptism of fire for him. Bring him up to...
Well, fine, you'll have to meet him sometime. An absolute gentleman, this fellow.
Sure, bring him in. We'll ask him about Mammy, the Queen, and all of that. Johnny, I have to go. So look after yourself.
Right, friend. Hey, listen, mind yourself, and I'll be thinking of you when I'm in Clonmel, please God, for 3 or 4 days, and enjoying the crack of at the dog track every Saturday on the 3 nights of the weekend.
All right, have a great one. Look after yourself, Johnny. Gurmin Rago, thank you. Bye bye. Johnny Luby there from the Fourpenny Road this morning. Back in a moment.
Tipp FM's Tipp Today.
With Slattery's Garage, Hook On. Main Peugeot dealers in the Premier County. And now stocking the full range of the luxury French car brand DS Automobiles. Book your test drive today with Slattery's Garage, Hook On. See slatterysgarage.ie.